HSN, of course. This is all about just really interesting things that we have here at HSN. Many of you might not have seen. We have some launches as well, but this one's a great one. It's from Wagner. One of the very best ways ever to clean your home is to do it with steam because, again, you need powerful steam, but it's so much better than using harsh chemicals. Well, Wagner is known for just making beautiful heavy-duty product, and this is by far probably the most powerful, and I'll tell you quite frankly, the most versatile steam cleaner we have ever offered. It's finally back in stock, guys. We're $60 off tonight. We have free shipping and handling on it, and it has 18 accessories. I mean, the most we've ever done is 18, so you're basically cleaning almost anything you can, almost anywhere. We've got a lot to get into, so I'm gonna give Lou Caputo out. He's one of our fabulous guests, former host, who's been here for many, many years. Hi, buddy, you wanna come this way?
Yeah, I'll come over there real quick, just because I want to point out.
There's so much stuff.
I just want to point out a couple, because you said something interesting right before we came out. Suzanne said to me how it's almost industrial.
Yeah.
And it kind of is. I don't want to say it's contractor grade, but it's awfully close, okay? Because this whole unit, first of all, this will hold 40 ounces of water. It has a stainless steel boiler, so the water's under pressure, and it'll run for 40 minutes. All your tools stow in this little clear plastic piece in here. Has a safety cap on it, so it's not going to come off when it's under pressure, and an 8-foot hose on it. And then, look at the array of things you get. You literally, when I say you can clean everything from floor to ceiling and in between, I mean it, including removing your wallpaper.
That's huge.
Which is if you've ever had to do it, you'll appreciate this piece right here.
That's really
especially
cool.
if you got friends or like loved ones that have just moved in a new place, like, I gotta get this wallpaper down. Bam, that's it. But let me show you a practical demonstration. So right here, I've got a piece of glass that we have simulated like a shower stall. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty the water out of the hose. Now, why am I doing that? Because it's physics. When the steam cools down, it turns back into water. Okay. So you want to make sure it's not in there. Now I'm going to put on the window squeegee attachment. It's got a squeegee on top. This is calcium, it's lime scale, it's soap scum. Watch the way I can put this on here and just drag this down, and how easy and quickly, and this is what we use at home. And look at this. This, because of the squeegee, already dry, it's totally free. There's no chalkiness to this. There's no grit. There's nothing there. And I could do this whole thing in just a couple of minutes. I mean, so easy to do.
Why is it significant it can go to 212 degrees?
Well, 212 degrees is the boiling point of water. It actually goes higher than that. But once it turns into steam, that's kind of the end point, okay?
But that's really where it's working.
Well, so here's the thing. When you get to that high of a temperature, anything that gets touched by that is neutralized, okay? So, I mean, it kills whatever. Steam kills whatever it touches. That's why they use them.
But it's got to get to a certain point
to
be
no,
able
absolutely.
to do that. And
yeah.
a lot of the steamers out there absolutely don't do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's important.
So let me grab this guy right here, okay? And again, I'm going to do the same thing real quick. By the way, notice that this is on wheels, so I can just pull it around behind me.
That's crazy.
Isn't it awesome? Yeah. So I don't have to carry it. I mean, because when it's full of water, it weighs about 8 pounds, so it's less than like a jug of milk, let's say. But you still don't want to be carrying that around, especially if you're cleaning for 40 minutes straight. So I've emptied that out. Now I want to show you in the kitchen, okay? So bathroom, small room, you don't want to use chemicals in there. Kitchen, you cook. You don't want to use chemicals there. Look at this stovetop. We've got stuff on here. It's burnt on, it's caked on, it's a mess. I'm going to take one of the nylon brushes. I'm going to use that steam, and we're just going to go in here. Now, because it's a superheated steam, all right, it is melting, it's emulsifying anything that it comes into contact with, any of the fats that might be on here, anything that kind of, you know, got burned on there. But because it's under pressure, it blasts it right off. So if I just do the front portion of this, just like that, look at the beautiful job that did there. So here's your before and after. Look at that right there. And this is just absolutely beautiful the way that came out. The inside of the oven, though, may be the worst thing in the house.
100%. Yeah.
Well, and you know, because it's one of those things where you don't think about doing it till one day you open that door and you look at that glass and you're like,
You close the door.
Yeah, Houston, we got a problem. So what you're going to do with this is, now we're not going to turn it up to the cleaning setting, which is like 750 degrees for 4 hours. We're not doing that. We're not going to use the chemicals where we've got to evacuate the house. We're not going to do that. We're going to use steam. Okay, now watch this. I can come in here and use that steam, and the same thing that it did on the top, it's doing in here, although this is a little harder because it is burnt on. Okay, we hit the halfway point. I'm going to take another rag here just so you can see, give it a real quick wipe, and just look at the difference. And by the way, if you're looking at that, yeah, I mean, isn't it incredible? But look at this. that's where it all went right there.
Right, right.
You know, so we're just going to keep going because, you know, we're not going out and buying any more chemicals because we just fill it with water. Water's free.
Okay, here's what I want to do, guys, because I really wanted to show you the versatility of this. We're going to go back over here, Lou, real quick. Because we talked about the wallpaper. Yes. But I want you to go specific, because there's a lot of extra attachments.
There's a lot of stuff on here. So you've got different attachments that actually go on to the end of the wand that allow you to attach different things, like the concentrator, like the floor attachments. There's 2 extension tubes that go on here that actually make it so you can stand while you're cleaning the floor, okay?
Oh, nice.
This brush is for scrubbing grout, but you've also got this pad that fits on it, and this is a washable microfiber pad, so you can use this on your hard floor surfaces.
Oh, wow.
Real simple to do. This is that window squeegee, but this is another attachment for that. You just put this little bonnet, we give you this here, you could use this for fabrics.
Oh, so for steaming your clothes.
For steaming your clothes.
Wow.
And then look at the array of brushes that you get. You do get another concentrator tip over here on the end, but then you've got brass brushes, you've got nylon brushes, you've got all kinds. So what does that mean for you? It means you can use it on soft metals if you want to. Like pots and pans. You can use it on your cars, you can use it on the wheels, you could use this on virtually your grill outside. Pretty much anything, indoors or outdoors. This is my go-to now. This is the one I use every time I do it.
And he actually told me that off of camera.
I did. Yeah, I'm not just saying it for you.
Yeah, we have all these conversations off camera before we come back on. He goes, no, this is the one that I use at home. And Lou has tried probably every steam or tested every steam unit that's out there. By far, I think this is one of the most powerful. I will tell you, it is indeed the most versatile that we've ever offered. And the fact it gets to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, that's vitally important because when you're going to clean with steam, you got to be careful. A lot of them aren't going to give you the effectiveness of being that high.
Well, and then realize this too, some of the steamers out there have what they call a heat exchanger in it, which is basically just a heating coil that the water goes through to heat it up. You don't get pressure with that. You get hot water, but you don't get pressure. This has a boiler, and that's why this cap cannot be taken off when it's under pressure. It's a safety cap, because when I tell you there's pressure in there, this thing builds up a ton of pressure. If I take this and just shoot this across the studio, I mean, this is going like easily 20 feet away. 20 feet away. It's kind of crazy. Now, what can you do with that though? Okay, how about this? When you look in your sink, if you're standing at your sink one night, and this happened to everybody, and you get this like funky smell, and you're like, where is that coming from? Here's where it's coming from, guys. Right down here inside the drain. Just stick this in there, pull that trigger, and let all that steam go down there, because not only does it sanitize and get rid of all the nasty stuff down there, it's going to melt any fats and things that are in there too, so it's going to kind of clear the drain, but it's also going to deodorize it. So all the smells in there are going to be gone. Now, if I put the nylon brush on this, I was talking about using it for cleaning pots and pans, okay? Watch this. You can see this pot right here, seen better days, right? Watch this. I'm just going to take this nylon brush, and I'm sure that at home you're sitting there going like, well, that looks too easy to do. It's not me, it's the steam. I'm telling you, and it's the pressure that this is coming out at. Look at the difference right there in just seconds, how I was able to do that. And you know, sometimes, Suzanne, it's not the dirt you see, it's the dirt you can't see. No. And what I mean by that is, take a look at this cutting board I've got right here, okay? Now I'm gonna pick this up a little bit so you can see that. And I've got a black light. Now, the black light's gonna show us if there's anything on here that shouldn't be there. And you see all that stuff that's glowing right there? It looks clean when there's nothing on it. But when you put this on here, those are dirt, that's germs, that's bacteria, that's all those things that get onto a cutting board, especially after you like do poultry or pork or something like that. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna turn that off. We're gonna take our Wagner, and I'm just gonna do the bottom part of this, just like that. And now I'm gonna wipe it off, and I want you to see the dramatic difference. Take that black light again.
Do you hear the squeak?
Yeah, it squeaks. Now watch this. Look at the top, gunk. Look at the bottom.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Top, gunk, bottom, nothing. So even stuff you can't see, your Wagner steamer is going to take care of it for you. Look at that.
That's huge.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, so a quick update. Number one, you get free shipping. That saves you a lot. It's not a box of earrings, so you save a ton of money just in shipping. We're $60 off tonight. You have 5 flex pays, so if you have a major credit card, it's $20 over the next 5 months. You get it right away. You get to try it out for 30 days and send it back if you're not thrilled. Steam cleaning is wonderful. You should be so careful having a ton of chemicals in your life. You're gonna hear more and more about that as the months and years go on if you haven't really listened closely. Yeah. It's just really bad to have toxic chemicals. And cleaning with steam, it's tap water, guys. It's just basic water.
That's all it is. It's just water.
But you have to have the right heat.
Exactly.
And you have to have the pressure. And that's what Wagner has done brilliantly. They're giving you the correct heat. They're giving you an immense amount of pressure.
Tremendous pressure.
Yeah, which is great.
Look at that. I mean, if you think about this is a thick microfiber cloth, and look at the way that steam is just billowing through this thing, okay? Now, why is this important? First of all, those are the extensions I was talking about. So I'm not gonna bend down to clean the floor, okay? This is gonna do it for me. I only use steam on my floors. I don't like to use any chemicals. I don't like the stickiness. I don't like the way they attract dirt, okay? But the steam will never do that. It just feels so clean when you walk on it, okay? So look at this one here. This is a little linoleum that's on here, actually. It's like luxury plank vinyl, really. Now, this is sticky, okay? But look at the difference in color. You probably looked at this and thought, like,
I thought it was
it's
like
an oak floor.
color.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, it's actually a white pine.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Look at the difference in the color right there. And we did that in a second. You got marble, you got granite in your house, and you're like, I don't know what to use on that because I want it to be shiny and look great. You know, even if you're just going around and just dusting it, okay? Look at the way this comes on here. I'm just gonna do that much of it just so you can see that one little section in the corner I didn't do. Look at the difference. You can see my reflection over here. You can't see it on another corner right there.
You know the nice thing about that high heat is the steam evaporates very quickly.
Very quickly.
So it's not like mopping your floor and then having to wait hours for it to dry.
Well, and I got 2 dogs. They don't wait. You know what I'm saying? So I steam it, and by the time I'm at the other side of the room, the first part's already dry, which I love.
And that's another great benefit, too. You don't have to go around scooting. Like you ever put 2 rags under your feet and walk around on your floor to kind of trying to absorb the water? You never do that with steam anymore.
No. So what I was just doing now is wood. If you've got wood floors in your house, real wood floors, you don't want to use water on them, okay? But you can do steam because it uses so little water. The moisture is so minute. Like you said, that's going to dry in just a couple of seconds. I mean, that's what's remarkable about this.
And you know what's funny? A lot of people don't bother cleaning their wood floors because they're so worried it's going to warp.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to be careful. You know, you just can't put anything on a wood floor. You really have to be very careful about it. And again, that steam is so fast, it dries so quickly that you're going to not only clean quicker, clean healthier, clean better, but you're going to dry really fast as well.
Yeah, very, very
quickly.
quickly.
There's some joy about using this in a bathroom.
Oh my God. Well, the thing about bathrooms is it's such a tiny room.
Right.
And you know, if you've ever used chemicals in there, you want to be wearing a mask and gloves and all kinds of stuff. And then you got to leave because you're going to choke, right? When you're using steam, it's a joy. Like you could just stand there. First of all, it's instant gratification because you can just watch everything melting. Soap scum. Kelly just did actually the door to our shower at our new place. And I was, number one, I was amazed at how fast it got the soap scum on it. And it got, you know, just looked terrible.
One of those glass doors.
Yeah, glass door. But she took this in there, and I am telling you, in just a couple, she called me and she was like, take a look at this.
Did she really?
Yeah, she was like, look at this. Look at that. And I'm looking at her going like.
It's a good product when your wife calls you in to look at it.
I looked at her, I said like, you know, I say that all the time. I go, do you think I'm making this up? It works. But look at the difference in here. If you look at the back of this, it's absolutely pristine. The bottom of this is just still a mess. And again, all that dirt's on the rag. Why? Because we melted it, because we used the pressure, the power of the steam.
And I'll tell you what is so satisfying too is when you get into little crooks and the crannies and the edges, and you see that black gunk come blasting out of it. Ooh, like especially on your kitchen sink. Oh, the edge of your kitchen sink.
The edge of the kitchen sink is one of my favorites.
And you're trying to scrape out the crud on the kitchen sink, and you switch and use this.
Same thing with a toilet.
Oh, yeah. You're so right. The bottom of that toilet, ooh, the stuff that will come out. And you wonder why your bathroom smells. You're like, why does it smell like urine? It's because that stuff has gotten underneath the toilet.
Yeah.
And it stinks.
No, that's it, because it's stuff that you can't get to, but your Wagner's going to do it. Now, we keep talking about the power of the steam and the stainless steel boiler that's on here, okay? Look at this block of ice here. It's about 2 inches thick, okay? You're going to want to stand back.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me come on this side.
Yeah, come on this side, because this thing is really powerful. Now, take a look at the ice here. I warned you. Watch this.
Oh, jeez.
Look at the way, in just seconds, it blows through there. Now, would heat do that? Eventually, yes. But it's the pressure of that boiler that it's creating in here. I mean, I'm going down to an even thicker portion right down here. Might be 2.5 inches down here.
Wow.
But look how fast I can just blow that through. And again, it's the boiler that does that. So when you're working on a job, maybe you're going out to the car and you keep cleaning the child seat, or maybe it's the high chair in the house, okay? And I want you to see something. Look at this at the top of this. This kid went to town.
Yeah.
I might have been his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave him that little cake and he just went nuts. Watch the way I can take, and this is jelly, by the way. I'm not even gonna touch that because that is crazy sticky. Watch what happens when he gets in there.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally melting everything that's on here, Suzanne. I mean, literally anything on here, just melting. Okay, that's as much as I'm gonna do with that because that's a nasty mess. But look at this. As I come in here and I wipe this up, I want you to see. Now, anything that's in here now, it actually smells good because it's like cherries and chocolate and I'm getting kind of hungry. But as I wipe that down, you could just see, look at the job that did.
Yeah,
and all that nastiness that was sticky and stuck on there, this is not sticky anymore. There's nothing sticky on here, okay?
Right.
That's the cool thing about this, the way that this works. Now, let's look at the unit real quick that's sitting here in front of me. And you talk about versatility with this thing. Indoors, outdoors, wherever you want to use it. You've got an 8-foot hose on here, so you've got plenty of reach. There's a little handle. So you can pick it up if you want to move it around, but you got the wheels, so I don't know, I wouldn't do that, okay? One button, on, off, that's all you gotta worry about. Okay. And then I mentioned, this compartment on the front is where you keep all your onboard tools.
That's so handy.
So you're never gonna lose anything. It's all gonna be there with you no matter where you go.
And what do the lights indicate?
So the lights indicate, the red one indicates power, the orange one indicates pressure.
And where do you fill it?
Once that, you fill it right here, and notice I cannot take that off because once it's under pressure, and I actually seen people in comments say like, I can't get the cap off. That's a safety feature, because if you get the cap off and it's under pressure, boom!
Yeah.
It's just going to shoot off.
So it will it'll release once the pressure is cool in it.
Once the pressure is down, then yeah, you can 100%. Yeah, you can 100% take that off. I've never had a problem.
What are the colors here?
Right. So this one, the red is the power, the yellow is the steam. So what it's telling me right now is because I just shot some steam out of it, it's just heating up again.
Oh, that's great.
But it's still, but it hasn't lost heat. That's the thing, because remember, this will go 40 minutes, so I could be here for a very long time.
That's a lot of cleaning.
That's a lot of cleaning.
Yeah.
What about your couch? What about your bed? What about your sofa? Because, you know, things get on the beds and the couch. Like, I got 2 dogs, you know, and if you take that little bonnet, now this is that window cleaning attachment I showed you earlier, but you put this little cotton bonnet on it, which is washable, by the way, all right? And just by doing this, what did I tell you earlier? That steam kills anything it comes into contact with. So if there's some critters or something living inside of this, they're dying right now.
How about your mattress?
How about your mattress? Same thing with the mattress, same thing with, like, you know, a sleeping bag. I mean, anything like that, your car seats. I mean, anything you want to. Here's the other thing. Remember what it does too. It doesn't just kill things, it deodorizes.
That's
so
right.
It's getting rid of the smell that might be in there as well. It's going to make it smell nice and clean.
Okay, as opposed to, like, a lot of us have something smelly and we'll spray a scent on it.
Yeah.
That's just masking it temporarily.
That's all it does.
Yeah, right. And again, the key to this is, I think what makes this so dramatic is you have incredible amount of pressure and you have the right heat.
Yeah.
It's really important. Have you seen a lot of little steam cleaners out there? Yes, of course we have. Have you seen the one that'll take the wallpaper off your walls? No, you have not. Even here at HSN, we've never offered something like that. It's got the right tools to do the right jobs. Literally, just about everything inside and outside, it's gonna clean, and it's gonna do it with incredible power. Again, other steam cleaners that are out there, they do not have a built-in boiler. This one does, and that really, I think, Lou, is what makes it such a game changer.
Oh, it's huge.
Because most of them, they don't have it. They have a little coil,
right,
and it heats the water. It doesn't bring it to a boil.
Yeah, this puts it under extreme pressure. And again, that's why the safety cap is on the end of them. They don't have that, okay? Because they don't need it. This one needs it. Now, we were talking earlier about the toilet, right? Actually, you were talking about the edge of the sink.
Yes.
Same thing with the toilet, okay? Because there's a part of the toilet you can't get under there, or can you? If you take this, now watch this, guys. I'm gonna do this section all through here down on the bottom, okay? And I want you to see what's gonna happen as I come around the corner here.
Oh,
Lord. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see what's coming out of there? In fact, I'll tell you what, let me go around the other side here. I'm gonna cross, sorry, my bad. Here we go, watch this. And it's gonna just get underneath there. How else would you do that? Like, how would you get under, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so grossed out, because you know what's under there, everybody.
Yeah.
If you got a man in your house.
You know what that is.
You know, if you got a guy in your life.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Well, and here's the thing, too, like the inside of the toilet, all right? Nobody really likes to clean that. Yeah, you can buy chemicals, you can buy things to put in there, and they foam up, and they do all kinds of stuff. Or you can just easily just take your Wagner, get in there. It's deodorizing. It's killing whatever's in there.
Well, you know what? That's
under the
what
rim.
I like.
Under the rim.
How many of you actually get your hand under there and really clean where all the holes are?
Yeah.
Those are the holes that make the
water
toilet
holes.
work efficiently.
Exactly.
And if they get clogged up and with dirt, your toilet's not working as efficiently as it could be.
And notice how far away my hands are from anything inside the toilet. Yeah, Suzanne's making that face that goes, oh yeah, no, I see that.
Because none of us are up in here with a cloth getting our hands up in there.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
Nobody's doing this.
No, you don't want that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, it is. And okay, so remember,
you gotta clean it.
No, you do. No, eventually, you know. Now, remember earlier we were talking about the stuff you can't see, okay? So if I turn this light off, the top of this toilet, if I get out of the light, it looks great. But look at this. The minute I turn this light on, you can see that there's things there. I don't even have to scrub this, okay? I can just stand back here because of the amount. Look how much steam comes out of this. I'm just gonna do the front half of this, just like that. We're gonna give it a quick wipe, just like this. And again, you know, this is the part I always tell people about. It's not the dirt you can see, it's the dirt you can't see.
Right.
Okay, so watch this. The front, looking good. Look at the back. Oh boy, crime scene. Crime scene on the back here, but on the front, you're looking real good up there. So that's the magic that the Wagner's gonna do for you in your home.
And I have to tell you, I personally have sold 1 million steamers here. I've never seen this one that powerful.
No.
Never.
Isn't that crazy? In fact, let's go back down to the beginning.
Sure, absolutely.
All right.
And kind of like we have about 5 minutes to go, guys. Let me give you an update. It is finally back in stock. That's the good news. It's been a while. It's $60 off tonight. You do have free shipping. That saves you even more money. And you have 5 flex pays, which means tonight you're going to spend $20. You pay it off in 5 months, but you're going to get it right away. It's not a layaway. You're getting 18 tools and accessories. So if you've got to clean it, it's got the tool to be able to do it, including the one that actually gets the wallpaper off the walls. That's amazing. I've never seen us sell any steamer that actually included a tool to do that. You're getting the extensions, so you can use this with the floors. You're going to get 8 foot on your cable. This rolls. Everything is, all those 18 tools are held inside here. So all the different brushes, all the different heads. You go from the heads that can go from the grill, heavy duty, to nylon for the lighter stuff, the more sensitive things. Remember, you're getting the microfiber cloth. That's the mop for the floor. You're going to be able to do your windows and even steam your clothes. I'll tell you what, if I just bought it for a clothing steamer, this would be amazing because I steam all my clothes.
You know what? So do I. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used the iron.
Oh, me too.
But for me, it's a question of I don't like ironing, so I'm much better with the steamer, to be honest with you. But the thing is, too, let's say you wore it a few times. It's not quite ready for the dry cleaner. You steam it, you get rid of the odors that's in there, too. I mean, it's that simple to do. And look at this. It makes short work of everything around the house. When you're talking about cleaning those really tough stains in the oven right there, the baked iron, really greasy mess, it's great for that. You want to use it to do your floors, you can. I'm going to show you that again in just a second here. But I showed you a shower stall. What about your sliding glass doors? What about your windows? What about the windows on your car? I mean, you can do all of those things. Right there, you saw somebody doing grout. It's amazing on grout. And that little lip around the sink, even the one on the back, you know, it's amazing. And if you've ever had a boil over, it's incredible for that too, for that stovetop. Look at this one more time. Remember, this is the one where my wife called me in and she was like, you gotta come see this. You gotta see what this thing did. And I'm like, I don't know why you're surprised, but okay. But watch this. I can do this whole thing in just a couple of seconds. And literally, Suzanne, from where you're standing, you can just see it melting.
Oh, it's amazing.
Everything as I'm coming down here. I'm not even gonna go all the way down to the bottom. But look at that. It just does such an incredible job without chemicals, without me breaking my back to get this out here. I'm not having to scrub anything. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Done.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that was so simple for me to do, you know? And again, you know, if you're one of those people like me that you're like, you know what? I'm not going to use chemicals in my kitchen. I'm just not going to do it, you know? And, you know, I'm really lucky that Kelly's with me on that. She's on board with that. She's like, I don't want chemicals in the kitchen either because we do have the 2 dogs, you know? And I'm telling you, my 1 dog, Madge, will eat anything.
Really?
Oh, my. We found that out recently. She will eat anything that gets put in front of her. So, yeah, we got to be careful about what we leave lying around and what stuff is out there. Look at that. In just seconds, boom, just like that, I have cleaned this whole thing once again. So no more chemicals, no more scrubbing, no more superheating anything in the kitchen. It's that easy to do. And all you have to do, as we like to say here, is add water. It could not be any easier than that. Let's just real quick walk back over here, because I know a lot of folks at home, if you're like me, I don't like to scour my pots and pans. I'm always worried that I'm gonna be like scratching them or something, you know, damaging the bottom of them, okay? Look at the way I can just take this and use this on the bottom of this pot right here that is obviously scorched, just like that, couple seconds, give it a quick wipe. Look at the difference right there. I mean, it is just remarkable how absolutely beautiful this came out in just a couple seconds, and that's the magic of this. And by the way, if you're wondering, like, well, what about all the other stuff in my kitchen? You got glass pots on your stove, you got glass tops, rather.